Yo, it's 2 a.m. right now, and I'm about to make an egg, but I just like wanted to talk about something because I think this is a little weird, you know, and I just remembered that it happened to me, and I was like, that actually is a little odd that happened, you know. All right, so we have egg, and we have butterballs. So we're just going to go ahead and take one of those and throw that in the pan while I tell you about this odd little interaction. Alright, butterball added to the pan. Now, listen, this is not the only time that this has ever happened in my life, but, I hear from women all the time about, their, weird interactions with, the family of their significant other, men and women, who will, say some offhanded comments and shit, but that happens to guys too, and way more often than you think. I don't necessarily think that I'm the pinnacle of super hot attractiveness, but something like that happened to me too. Moved it so I can talk more at the camera while I'm moving around my butter. Hold on, something to move that around a little more. So one time, whenever I was early 20s, I think maybe even 19, I was basically hit on by my girlfriend's mom. And I don't necessarily think that she was trying to come on to me, per se, She would just, make little comments like, oh, he's so handsome. If I was younger, that's the one that really fucked with me. That's now that I'm older, now that I'm about to be 25, it's bro, if you were younger, I would also be younger. I would be underage. I would be a child, actually. And while that's not necessarily the problem, because you could look at it from the perspective of, well, she's just saying if you were the same age, and she was younger, then she would try to go for you, which is, a compliment in some respects, but it's miss, I'm with your daughter. You say this while your daughter's in the room and while she's not in the room. It's just a little weird, Not to mention that your, husband, not husband, or whatever was going on in that little situation. Not my business. You guys, have problems constantly, and you definitely, what doesn't make it better, at least for me, who's staying at that crib, being, sideways hit on. That's not the thing. And, I'm not, really one to, I don't know, I don't like to, point out shit like that usually. It's just stuff that's, I've thought about it for a long time, and it's that was a little weird, so maybe I should talk about that. Maybe I should put that on something. And, I mean, if you wanted me to keep it to myself, don't watch my shit, but that's about it. My egg is almost done, so y'all be safe.